Y'all, I'm getting ready to put y'all up on something, man. Yo, when you see something ill, you know what I mean? That shit is woke. Anything ill you see is woke. Nigga have a big six at the curb, that's woke. Okay. Especially if he got the fully equipped kid on it, it's woke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I had this bad bitch uptown, she was woke. Had me fucked up in the head, I mean. Bought the bitch diamonds and pearls, I mean. Should've seen them shit shining on the wrist. Now money ain't a problem, see my dough is like. Pulled out my bankroll on y'all niggas like. Lost the boots, went from 210 like. Faggot wanna beat my blueprints, I'm like. Had to hit the brakes on y'all niggas like. Niggas getting both on my.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Punchmans Report. My name is Rusty Seabutter.
I'm Burrito.
And we are here to punch you up. Clap.
Yeah, back on home court.
That's right. Thank you everybody for dealing with my my absence last week. I was jet-setting playboy, flying around the world, seeing beautiful ladies and punching them. It was fantastic.
It's not nice.
So that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, it's Me Too movement, right? Is punch,
Oh no, that's right.
punch all the girls.
But punching's all I know.
That's fucked up.
No, don't actually. For those of you at home who are easily influenced, don't punch women, please. It's not a good look. It's not endorsed by the Punchmans Report. Sometimes we make jokes.
Punchmans.
Yeah, Punchmans. You want to punch all the dudes you want? You go right ahead. No punching the ladies. But yeah. So, how was your game this week?
It's terrible.
yours too.
I don't want to talk about it. It was yours.
It was an exercise in patience that was not rewarded.
I watched your game actually.
Yeah.
It was cringy.
Yeah, well, apparently Superfed's going to do me solid and do me one of his little analysis videos so he can tell me all the ways in which I should have been more aggressive or something.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't. It really boiled down to I just could not get the removals I needed. It felt good, like early on I got his, I think it was like a blodge guard Lino, and he was one of the main pieces I was targeting. I got him out, and I was like, alright, this is going to snowball, go my way. And it didn't. It didn't snowball at all. I couldn't hurt anybody until, what, turn 6? Did I hurt that War Dancer on turn 16?
Killed the War Dancer on turn 15, yeah.
Yeah. Which was nice.
It bode to
Miss next game. For you, I
which
think.
helps me because I play those elves next, yeah.
Yeah, so, but I mean, give it up to Camric, Thessa, whatever name they go by. I thought played a fantastic game. Really didn't make any mistakes. Didn't give me anything to work with. And bled me out. Just choked me out. Said, shh, 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 as I, like, went softly to the floor. So, yeah, it was, I don't know. It was a good game. I'm not going to complain. Like, I don't feel like I got diced. I didn't have any bad kickoff events. I just I got pillow handsy the way my guys like to do. And my relative orc agility did not do anything for me against a team like Wood Elves, which I guess is to be expected.
Yeah, Green Elves is
An inferior
nothing against real elves.
Yeah, it didn't work out that way. But good on Tessa. I think that puts him right up near the top. So it's tough times for Moniker. Too many competitors. Too many other names in the field. Stealing his thunder with those two nergs. But that's for Division 4 recap, which is never going to happen. Just kidding, Holes. Give us a recap. So yeah, what do you say we jump into some scoreboard and check out the Amazing A's?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's forget about our own worries and troubles.
Tribulations.
And smiles. Smiles and tribulations, right?
That's not a thing.
Flashing lights, flashing lights, flashing lights.
All right. So I did not get a chance to watch any games this week due to my my high flying lifestyle. So we'll do it by the numbers. So where are we starting,
do it.
Jimmy?
Let's start with take a look at Cold Blooded X's bye week here.
Yeah, anything
See
good?
That,
Yennefer.
Jennifer gets, is that correct? Got MVP? Sure looks like it. And so did Stacy.
Is that the Jennifer? That is the
Yeah.
Jennifer. Man, rich get richer.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Like,
Jennifer picked up a level and got sidestep on that MVP.
oh, because she also got the whatever the touchdown. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
In the
no, there
SPP
were
breakdown,
two-
it doesn't show her name.
2 away, yeah. You know, we had this issue before.
You know what I bet it is when they're like doing the dice rolls in the dice roll channel,
Yeah.
right? So maybe when you manually
Yeah.
set it, it fucks up this stuff. So maybe this is what.
It does, but actually, if you click on Jennifer, it looks like she did get the MVP because she leveled. Her SP is higher. Let me take a quick look. Yep, MVP Jennifer, MVP and TD Stacy.
Yeah.
So Stacy got it going on and got MVP and a touchdown. So that's correct. Not the SP in the list.
Well, that
So
is a great
Doris
take.
Gets 8 SP and gets block mighty blow, and Jennifer gets sidestep. So now you got a blodge step for agility, skink. So have fun with that.
Yeah, I think it's about as good as you can ask for on a bye week.
That's incredible, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
And let's move on since it's a game that he didn't actually play. But take a look at Rotting Snatches 3-0 against Reasonably Greedy.
Vort and Tommy Too Tall.
So Vort, his name seems indicative of his opponents. They're Reasonably Greedy. All of them win 3-0.
Yeah,
They don't
Vort's.
go for 4, they just take a reasonable 3.
Yeah, Vort's rough season continues here. You can see why everyone was reasonably greedy. Look at the point spread here on the snatches. What is that?
Look at all those points.
That is 18 points for Tommy Too Tall and his rotting snatches. Still not a bad take for the goblins.
Yeah, fair amount for the goblins too.
Yeah, and they don't really, I don't know. They don't need that much in terms of SPP. It's really where it goes that's a lot more important. But yeah,
Based on that, isn't Ace Pilot a troll? No, I don't think it is actually.
But
It's a troll.
Oh, it is. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 hurts. I guess that makes sense. Really, it's the ball and chain and the chainsaw are the ones that you really want the SPP on. But a block troll. Ooh, baby. Looking at the stats, we have 55 blocks, 27 blocks, which really, if you look at the armor breaks, Tommy Too Tall had a kind of rough go of it. 55 blocks and 12 armor breaks is maybe about average, but man, for 20-some blocks, 27 it was? Yeah, into 10 armor breaks is real nice for the Gobos.
Yeah.
And, in fact, the Gobos out-injuring the Nurgles.
But not out removing.
No, not well, yeah.
9 removals sustained for the goblins versus 4 for the chaos. Interception sustained.
Yeah.
You gotta pick. Goblins, pick the ball.
Well, they're nimble little guys.
Yeah.
And adorable.
Sneaky.
So this seems to be kind of in line with what we've been seeing happening to Vort this season. Tommy's a good coach, isn't going to give a lot of ground. I think Nurgle's a fairly rough matchup for Goblins. Unless you got that Hail Mary Bomber, which he does.
Unless you got that bomber land, a perfect strike to remove 2 guys on the first turn.
Yeah. You should have just done that, Vort. Just got to use that Hail Mary Bomber, bomb all the Nurgles, and then laugh on your way to the end zone. And then desperately stall to hold on to your bribes. But yeah. Anything else?
Got MVP on Pestigore that leveled and picked up Mighty Blow.
Nice, and that's kind of in line with his style. I would go block first because that's in line with my style, but I'm not. That's not me. It's not my Nurgle team. So, no, killer in the making, probably. I don't know if he's already got one. But if so, then he's almost got 2.
Yeah, I mean, can't go wrong.
You cannot. But getting the levels on the Pestigores is one of the best things to do early. Look at that, 2 passes, 2 catches for the Nurgle as well.
Yeah.
So, showing that high-flying offense against the Gabarinos.
Stego Steve, including, threw a pass and got a level.
Nice. So, vanity passes.
Yeah.
I assume this is when there were 7 removed goblins on the field.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on to the Norse Unleashed getting a bye week.
Hiroto Sukara getting his.
Oh,
Anything
man.
interesting? You like that?
These guys with their levels off of their bye points.
Oh,
Einsteinoder already had the plus agility and then gets MVP and levels again. And he's still waiting on a skill choice. Same with Bruhaka. Getting a bunch of block tackle piece getting another level. That's big. But
Yeah.
he hasn't picked what those are going to be. So not much we can say. Hasn't picked those skills.
he's getting in his opponent's head, not letting him know what to plan for. He's going to show up and it's going to be 2+ strengths. So yeah, good bye week. About as good as you can ask for.
Yeah.
Good job, 9A, on your buys.
Yeah. Better than me.
All right.
Looking at the next game, Battle Brothers 2-2 tie with Sugar and Spite. Bretoni is coming up big. Big tie.
Big tie for the Bretts. Leading the armor breaks, even getting the expulsion, meaning they were doing their Fallon biz.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the SPP. It was a rich game.
It's many. Yeah, 3 Kaz for the Bretonians. 1 kill for the Sugar and Spite for the Elves. That kill was a lineman though, so who cares?
That's nice. It's nice for Sugar and Spite. Get those points.
Sure, yeah. Sugar and Spite leveled Turbinado here from 0 to 6. The Blitzer that got MVP.
Oh, nice. So yeah, he picks up dodge, rounding out the Blitzer baseline. Pretty standard, but good stuff. And
Anything in the so blocks are pretty even, 31 to 27. Is ball possession heavily, well, not heavily, but in the favor of the Battle Brothers. Bretonian Battle Brothers.
yeah, holding the ball for more than half the game. I mean, it's a 2-2 game, so it was going back and forth. Yeah, it seems like the Elves are scoring fast. 31% ball possession, so that's like 2 turns per score.
Yeah.
So they were just 2-turning all game, and then the Bretts, the Battle Brothers, were able to get their stalls, get their scores, and get the tie against a good Dark Elf team.
Nice.
We got total of, that's 5 plus 5, so that's 10, 15, 17 SPP for the Battle Brothers, which is a really nice take compared to 11, 14 for the Dark Elves, which you don't see that. Yeah, you don't see that very often. Anything
4
else? jump out?
scores. So it's a significant amount just based on that.
4 scores and a Blood Bowl game ago. A nation, I don't know how that speech goes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Ba-
Battle Brother Lincoln.
Yeah, you should. One of your next guys should be Abraham Lincoln, Battle Brothers. I know it breaks your name and scheme, but who cares?
Well, he's got big booty Bert, so he could stand next to him.
Ah, terrifying Peanut, stealing that MVP, as Brett Lineman loved to do.
Yeah.
All right, who we got next?
Next up, we got a tie 1-1 between Orcsploitation Cinema and Mesozoic Mighty Men. It's a big tie for leaderboard implications.
It is. This leaderboard's pretty tight.
Yeah, very tight. We were talking about last week. I don't know if you could hear him because it was a little quiet, but me and Wolf Ramajax were talking about how pretty much everybody in this division is still in it. It's real tight.
Yeah, and that's real nice. It's keeps things competitive. It's a lot of good coaches in this division too.
Yeah.
So you expect to see a good, a good bit of splitting, especially with all these fresh teams. Kind of an unfortunate MVP for Brian and his Orcsploitation Cinema here with the 5 SPP going to this move busted Lino. It's probably why you kill that Lino before you get to this point.
Looks like you already did.
Do you kill it after the fact? Oof.
Oh yeah, after the fact.
So 5 SPP down the poop hole. Whereas Comphasagnus Carl, jeez.
Spanagnus Carl got the MVP in the level, but he hasn't picked what he's gonna take yet.
Yeah.
Look at that, 2 armor breaks for the lizards.
Yeah, that's a little surprising because you're bodied up a lot. So you're getting your hits. Let's take a look at the hits. Not that much. 33 blocks to 42 is actually a pretty light punching game for these two teams.
Yeah.
And it went entirely Brian's way with 4 KOs inflicted. So he was getting some removals, 2 injuries.
Yep. Yeah, it's 6 removals, bunch of armor breaks. So 50% removal on armor break. That's pretty good.
Yeah, nothing too meaningful in the injuries. It looks like just that skink got an armor bust. And he was unleveled? Or no, he was leveled because he had sidestep.
So he had sidestep, yeah. So armor busted skink.
I guess you
And
I guess you burn that down, huh? You really... Skinks are fragile enough.
I think I see a Black Orc touchdown in this game.
Oh, yeah?
The Orc Johnson got 3 points to level.
Yeah, you could have thrown a pass.
Past the injury.
It's been known to happen.
Let me take a look. Touchdown scored 1. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was this game.
Yeah, I mean, with these removals, you might have been able to tie up those sources, remove the skinks, and then sit there and cluster around the ball by the end zone and keep trying to hand off to Dwayne until he could get that thing. Did he get a level out of it? He did get a level out of it.
Yep.
So I'm going to guess that's block. I'm not going to bother checking.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, good call.
You assume it was block, but it could have been guard. Some people have been known to do that.
Ugh.
Guard first.
You might as well just lock him into guard for the rest of his life and watch him never ever level again. Unless he gets 2 MVPs.
While your team keeps winning.
You can get guard later. It's all development early. Who cares? Get that block. Win the punches. Win the punching game. Which I feel like I still don't ever do, even though I'm like fully stocked with blocks. All right. 156 yards rushing for... It's still a tie. 108 for the Lizards. So yeah, this looks like actually a pretty interesting game.
Yeah.
This would, if I was watching games this week, this would have been one of the ones I might have checked out. A, because I like to watch orcs, and B, because you rush for 108 yards. Must have stopped them. Must have had like a late shot at winning the game for the Mighty Men, and couldn't pull it off. That's my guess. That's my educated guess looking at the numbers, because everybody loves when we just look at numbers and make guesses. I've heard that. All right.
Work with what we got.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next game, which looks like a bye week. Not a bye week, but a concede victory for Eisenmike.
Oh.
2 MVPs. Flipping Dead not showing up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I didn't see anything in Discord about it.
2 MVPs and 2 touchdowns, it looks like.
Oh, that's a bummer. It's fun to watch Flippin' Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this would have been a good match. But, sometimes scheduling's tough.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully it's just a busy week for Hindi.
It does look like a pretty nice SPP split. Yeah, he gets... block comes stock on the Lino.
Yeah, he didn't get any levels on those 2 MVP guys, but...
No, but with tackle on his Berserker here, it's a matter of time until he starts getting the next round of kill skills.
Yeah.
Killing those skinks and goblins. And plenty of them around to kill in this division. This is a good division for tackle. You will make your SPP back in tackle, no problem.
All right, let's take a look at the last game of this division.
Oof.
Mainland Creepers blowing out. Oh, comrade, where art thou? 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah. Seed of fuck you. Is that how you say it? How do you say this guy's name?
Catfuck.
Cat. That's what it is. Catfuck. Just keeps on marching. Already up to how many SVP? 25 SVP. Black Claw, Mighty Blow. I assume Tackle or Piling On is in his near future.
Yep.
Both. Yeah, so Catfuck, the terror, just keeps fucking all your cats. Nothing you can do about it. Those big green fingers. 21 armor breaks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Now it is Kislev.
Yeah.
So this is a nice matchup. Yeah, I guess the Claw doesn't even do all that much against the Kislev.
So blocks are even pretty much, but armor breaks are 2-1 in favor of the Underworld here.
Yeah, and even into removal.
10 KOs and 3 CAS for the Underworld. So there's just a lot of removals. You know, and it's the armor. Armor is actually probably in favor of the Kislev. They have more armor team, but
yeah,
these Underworld have a lot of really well-developed killer pieces, and these Kislev have been on their back feet trying to replace positionals.
Yeah.
Looks like another one. Pete, the Blitzer, takes a move bust.
Oof. Oh, and an AV busted lineman as well.
AV busted lineman, yeah. Which I don't know if that's that big a deal.
Now in the Mainland Creepers, that death, that one kill for the Russians here.
The lineman.
As a lineman, which sounds like not a big deal, but on Underworld it is a big deal.
Yeah, niggle lineman though. Probably
It was
just asking for it. Kill me.
he was riding the snake.
Yeah, and he's already been replaced. So
Yeah, I would imagine he's doing okay on money. I don't think he's had many catastrophic losses.
he's bloating up on money. He's got 180k.
Yeah, so he's sitting pretty.
Consider buying a stadium enhancement soon. He has the stadium upgrade, but not the enhancement. But or he can carry that money into his next game because he's still pretty trim on TV. Even with the 30k extra, he's at 1280.
Yeah, I mean, and looking at his SPP day, you can go across 3 players and you're already up to 15 SPP. Throw in another 5 for getting to 20, 22.
Yeah.
The Magugag and Zybobvesh.
Magugag. Did
Underperform.
we say he's got Block Claw? I think we did. He's got Block Claw on Magugag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
DC. Wanted to hate anything more. /love.
So wait, with 5 points on Catfuck. Oh yeah, so he didn't even generate any injuries. He just got the MVP.
Yeah, just MVP.
Yeah, look at that. Didn't need him. Didn't even need that Claw Mighty Blow piece. So yeah, Creepers just keep on marching. I believe they're in first in the division, and that's also not something you see every day. Is this kind of consistent success out of an Underworld team? So good job. This is Kaken's team, right?
Yep.
Yeah, good job, Kaken.
Wait, no, it's Wedge's team.
Wedge.
Taking, Lizards.
Right.
I just wanted to take a look at Okamura Warthow and take a look at his positionals. So
Yeah.
Pete, that move busted blitzer, has already been fired.
Hmm.
So he's just got a blitzer and a fresh catcher, and then a bunch of linemen. The lineman has also been fired, the Ivy busted one. But
I'm popping the roster. Oh, well, look, there's not even any boys standing on these barrels.
no
Ugh.
barrel boys. So 1 blitzer, 1 catcher, and 6 linemen or 7 linemen is his whole team, with 3 skills total. It's a rough start. I was a big fan of the start at the beginning of the season with having lots of linemen and a few positionals so you could focus them up. But man, he's just been
It's getting boxed around the ears all season.
yeah.
And he's pretty fun to watch. If you ever get a chance, you should check out some of their games. He plays the Kislev real well. It's just, when your development's holding you back like this, it's real tough to win.
Yeah.
So, condolences. All right. And I guess that about does it for the teams, or for the scores this week, which should take us on to Spotlights.
Spotlights.
Hey, baby, kom me zien, laat me je zeggen wat ik heb. Hey, ik heb mijn broek laag, vet laag, yep, iedereen roept. Hey, stop.
All right, so who are we taking a look at this week, Jimmy?
Let's start with Battle Brothers, coached by Caleric.
Or Kale Rick?
His
Caleri.
name is Rick, and he eats kale.
And look at these nice boys from another video game.
Yeah.
Some are smart, some are not so smart, but a good amount of skills. And
Yeah.
they're already up
He's,
here at 1360.
Yeah, first thing I noticed is 1360, he's only got 2 rerolls, but he's got Aged Swordmaster here, Blitzer, with Leader, which is kind of like an old meta for Bretonians. Before they had agility access on their guys, they would get Leader on somebody.
Maybe he's a classic Brett coach. Maybe tabletop guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, the rerolls are so expensive. One way to keep their team value down is to take Leader on one of their Blitzers, because they get passing access on normals. But, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot other better things they could take.
Yeah.
Sidestep and diving tackle are both really good skills on a Blodge guy.
This is from your experience as a Bretonian coach?
Yeah, they're fun skills, but
And how'd that work out for you, going with that build?
well, not great, but that's my fault. That's not the boys' fault. The boys, they did all they could.
They did. And these boys are doing all they can. They're actually, right now, let's see what their record is. They're 5-2-2. Which is pretty fantastic for
That's
a Brett
really
team. Yeah. So maybe you should have been taking Leader the whole time.
Well, in the division, they're 2-2-1.
Oh, since the Greenhorn?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Couple nice block or guard pieces on the blockers. That's pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
You throw guard on all of them, and then you start worrying about
Yeah.
other skills.
Yep. Maybe one of them, I would say the 4th one to level, gets tackle and gets strip ball. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, just make a
Turn
ball
him
popper.
into a sacker, yeah. But the way they play, you kind of need them to be like bided up on dudes more and giving their guard to stuff. So maybe if you get maybe if it works out.
It is kind of one of the conundrums of this team, right? Is that this is the logical place to put your guard, because you need to put a whole bunch of other things on your blitzers. But then you got tackle or wrestle
These
on
are
them.
the only guys that get strength access.
Yeah, that too.
So they're the only ones that can get guard on normal rolls. The blitzers can't. But the blitzers are the ones you would normally, I would think, would want to be your ball poppers. But they already start with block, and you already have 4 wrestle guys. So I don't know. It's a little
Counterintuitive.
a little bit.
Then down here you got Melon Mounter, a good name for a dirty player.
Climbs up on you melon and kicks it.
It's like he's riding a horse with spurs. Yeah, melons. And then on to the blitzers, who are the real players on this team. He's at 150 cash. That's good. So yeah, it looks like he's doing a pretty even split build across, right? He's put dodge across everybody. He got tackle early here on companion.
Yep.
Then rounded out Wandering Crusader with tackle on the back end. I guess the question is does Hand of Davcool, does he go tackle? Is he going to keep completely balanced, or is he going to start trying to build that guy different? Or is he just waiting for doubles?
Could be. I think 2 tackle blitzers is probably good enough to start, though. Start making like a ball carrier type blitzer, maybe with sure hands or sidestep.
I kind of get the philosophy, though, given how many stunty players are in this division. You got a couple different lizard coaches. you got a Goblin team, you got an Underworld team. Am I forgetting anybody? I think that's everybody. So you got 4 of your teams you're playing this year. Oh, and Zons, yeah. So you got five of the teams you're going to play this year. You stand a distinct advantage by being pretty well tackled, but 2 is good.
Yeah. But he's played them all. Except for the Amazons.
Ah.
Already. So it's in the past. So looking at last week, we were looking at his game against Reasonably Greedy. He got a lot of removals on that. It made sense that's why he had taken 2 tackle pieces right before that game.
Yeah. And they've done pretty well for it. They're if you look at his Blitzer's SPP, other than Hand of Davcool, who's been a little bit slow to the punch, if you get my joke.
Nice and balanced. Nice and balanced.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over 20. They're all, Wandering Crusader is getting real close. I mean, he's an MVP away at this point from that next level. So he's going to get to roll some more dice and see if he can scrounge one of those vital doubles out of his upcoming games. Yeah, stat ups too. That's right. It's real important for Bretonians. These guys, Frenchmen. And then looking across the 2 non-leveled blockers are a ways away, though. Harbinger of Davcool. Davcool must be a Battle Brothers theme. He's only 3 points away, so you could force a touchdown onto him pretty easy.
Get stand firm.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't really know. I don't feel like you see blockers get late levels very often, or at least I haven't.
Mine don't ever get levels. It's real unfortunate, but yeah, it's there. When you get levels on him, you get 4 pieces with guard and stand firm, or one of them with tackle and strip ball or something like that. And it just is. It's fantastic for helping you to set up hits that don't get all you guys killed.
And to talk about the linemen real quick, since a couple of them are getting close to level, so he's got this Agi busted one, but I guess that doesn't really matter.
Nah.
They're all 2 Agi pieces anyway, and you're not. If you're dodging them, you're in big trouble anyway.
Yeah, you want them stuck up on guys.
So, what other than Dirty Player and maybe Kick, what do you take with these guys?
I mean, so I would get 2 Dirty Players. I would get a Kick guy, although Kick, it's kind of tough because you usually, if you have all 8 of your positionals on the field, you only have 3 peasants, and you're going to put them on the line. So Kick doesn't really do nothing because you got to put a blocker on the line if you want to kick.
True. And these guys, some of these guys are depth as well.
Or put a blocker on a bench and have 1 short or something like that, and then just have an extra lineman for kick. But block makes them pretty great at what they do. And then if you roll doubles and get guard, it's fucking awesome. So, I mean, there's definitely things you can take on them that will help their playstyle. The question is just team value-wise, do you want to have the levels on these guys? It can be tough to stay trim if you're putting block. Usually it's not a problem because they die so easily.
Right.
You don't have to worry about them getting more than 1 level because they never make it. But
I guess so. Maybe that's the value he's getting out of Age Swordmaster's leader there. Is a little bit extra, a little team value playroom to get some block on some of these guys. Do you do 2 Dirty Players first and then start taking block across them, or do you like kind of alternate?
Yeah, I would get 2. And it's real important to have Dirty Players for Bretonian. So
True.
Get that foul game nice and sharp.
Now, he could buy another reroll right now, but I think he doesn't want to, or that might be the implication with Leader, at least. But
yeah,
if you look at his club, he has a level 2 stadium already. Playing a Dark Elf stadium is a little weird. That's cool. I wonder, is his sponsor Orkidas, or does this always say Orkidas in the background?
No sponsor.
No sponsor. Oh, yeah, it says right there. So yeah, maybe he's going to use this cash now and get himself a stadium enhancement. Bribe Stadium is fantastic.
Yeah.
Given how much you want to be fouling. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about with these guys?
I like the beer stand for serfs, but it's probably not in your best interest.
Do you want to do that before you get frenzy pieces?
Yeah, no, it's not. I like it because I like the surf, but
Yeah.
I'll usually get frenzy blitzer if I can pull it off too. So it's different, I guess, but different than what Kelrick has picked up for his boys.
All right. Shall we move on to our next team?
Let's do it.
All right. And who we
Take a
got
look
next?
at Tommy Two Talls, Rotting Snatches.
Oh boy! The King of Bash. The Maestro of Mean.
Tommy Too Strong.
And we have a pretty along the way Nurgle team here.
Yeah.
And it's only 10 players, which is kind of surprising for Nurgs.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like he's missing some players, but it's just Rotters.
Yeah, they must be dying.
Yeah.
But Stego Steve is still hanging in there. Stego Steve forever. Stego Steve on as many teams as possible. Where do you want to start with these guys? There's a lot to look at.
Let's take a look at the Pestigores just to first.
Yeah,
So-
well, he's already got 3, so that's worth noting.
Yeah. So cousin Avi is the one that got the MVP this past game and picked up Mighty Blow.
Nice. Yeah, so he is going to go
that
killer
is-
with him.
Yeah, his first Mighty Blow goat. So that's yeah, so it's his first killer piece.
And they got strength access on normals, right? Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, and mutation access, which is
Yeah.
luxurious. So yeah, that's his killer. Then you got Toxoplasmosis Tommy and Fevered Frankie Four Fingers, both picking up block, getting the blodge on Fevered Frankie, which has got to be a disappointment to then get a movement bust,
Right.
getting those dubs. So he's your orc thrower. He's your good orc thrower with horns.
Which is nothing to shake stick out of 5 movement blodge piece. Pick up guard on him next. He's still very reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I would pick up guard, but you could, and you'd still be good at guard.
Yeah, because you just make like a blodge firmer out of him, since he's not mobile enough to really be like your ball carrier. And then maybe you look at Toxoplasmosis Tommy, and you hope that you get something nice to morph him into the ball carrier. And his undead team they used to play had fantastic, I think, like a plus Agi White or something like that.
Yeah.
So he always had a dedicated ball carrier on the previous one. So I'm going to guess that's where he wants to go with this club.
Yeah. Just banking on that plus Agi Pestigore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoping it comes. Hoping he gets that. You know, he steps in some cat poop with bare feet, gets some toxoplasmosis, and then that makes him nimble like a cat. So he came all
That's
the way
like-
around.
Cat reflexes are transferred. Got it.
Yeah, through their poop. And poop is a fitting another tie-in. This is a very poopy farty team. It all works.
Nurgle Warriors. So he picked Block on 2 and Mighty Blow on 2, first levels.
Yeah, and
Which-
it looks like this might even be a scientific study in taking Mighty Blow first may be better than taking Block first. Because the progress on the 2 Mighty Blow guys is easily out in front of these block pieces, though it's hard to say who got what when. But one killer already, one Mighty Blow claw guy who's just going to be everybody's nightmare. Broken bullet tooth Tony, Tammy.
Bullet Tooth Tony.
But yeah, the Nurgle Warriors are coming along great.
Yeah.
Like this early in the season, in a fresh roll division, like this is getting to be a pretty fearsome Nurgs team. Beast of Nurgle, nothing special. Got that guard, which is nice.
Standard. Yep.
Yeah, it's what you do. Stand firm down the road is nice as well, so you can keep him from getting pushed off or uphill pushed off. He's gonna level slow, but I guess that's okay. They don't really need to do much other than tie things up and apply guard.
Yep, he's already good at what he does.
He is. And he's got some good cash in the bank. He could buy a Rotter if he gave a shit. He probably doesn't. He's already got his 3 rerolls.
No. The only thing you would want to get the extra rotters for is having a bench so you can foul.
Yeah, Well, and to make it to ensure MVPs don't go to loners. That's always my thing. I just hate I hate a mercenary taking your MVP. So I'll buy a dude even if I'm just going to use him for one game. Then yeah, so I think that about does it. There's not too much else to look at here. Anything else you want to note with this group? He does not have a stadium enhancement, does not have a level 2 stadium yet, so he could start dumping money into that, but that would clean him out. And so he probably doesn't want to do that yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it yet.
Yeah. But yeah, shaping up real nice. This is about as nice a start and like evenly distributed start as you can hope for. Almost everybody's level 2. Couple level 3s. One of them's real nice, one of them's slightly unfortunate. Alright, so without further ado, I think we should move on to picks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Picks!
They took an L, but you're not a bounce back, boy. I've been broke as hell, catch the check and bounce back. D-Town LAX, every week I bounce back. If you a real one, then you know how to bounce back.
And look at Vort getting his second win of the season next week with this bye week. Couldn't come at a better time.
Wait, I'm all... No, you're looking... Are you looking at the right week? We're on week 6.
I am not looking at the right week. Why am I on week 7?
I don't know.
Jeez. Never mind then. Norse Unleashed gets a bye.
Yeah.
Who has players unleveled already from last week. Is that 2 buys in a week? Or 2 buys in a row?
It sure is.
So he's got 3 players unleveled already. And a bye week coming up. And it looks like he's a little short.
And hopefully, I would almost hope that he had cut... I'm just going to take a quick look. That he had cut down his linemen with back-to-back bye weeks like that.
Yeah, he's at 10 players. That's what I was about. He's a little short on dudes, but actually it's not that short. But I don't know that there's anything I would cut. Every lineman he has got a little bit of development. I don't know that it's worth it.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, there's nothing here that would be a bad place for an MVP or a touchdown to go to.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, his Yeti's sitting on a level.
Yeah, and Berserker. It's good.
Yeah, all these bouncing arrows must feel nice.
Then look at the next game.
Yeah.
It's Battle Brothers versus Rotting Snatches. So our 2 spotlights. We did not plan that, but those guys are playing each other.
Battle of the Spotlights. Both shining in each other's eyes so they can't see. So I think I'll go ahead and take... Yeah, I'm going to take Tommy Too Tall and the Riding Snatches.
Oh, no faith.
Well, not, you know me and Bretonians. Though these guys have been performing and shaping up reasonably nice. I think Tommy's shaping up nicer. And I've played him. I've had to play him the last 2 seasons, so I know what kind of coach he is. So I think he can take care of this one. He's got enough claw now to start, posing a real problem for those blitzers. Yeah, I feel pretty okay with that pick. How about yourself?
I'm going Bretonian Battle Brothers is my pick.
Jimmy Brothers.
Riding Snatches does not have much tackle or any tackle.
Oh yeah, good point.
And all those blitzers have blodge. And actually, Tommy has 3 Mighty Blow, 4 Mighty Blow with the Beast. Claw doesn't really matter for playing. Doesn't matter too much against AV8.
Yeah.
And Battle Brothers got the bench, so they can kick all these suckers when they're on the ground.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm gonna take the farts over the Brotherhood.
Oh.
Sweet. All right, who we got next?
Next, we got Orcsploitation Cinema versus Cold-Blooded X's.
Yeah, what are you thinking on this one?
And I think you said it was Brian was the coach earlier, but it's Schuttenheim. Brian is Monkey Tetons coach.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no, you're
Mixing
totally
up
right.
The Orc boys.
I am mixing up my orc boys. All these nice orc boys. They all look the same.
But this is a tough one.
This is a tough one. These are two of the top teams in the division, I think. Yeah, they're right next to each other, 3 and 4.
Not a ton of tackle on the Orcs, but the guy that does have tackle also has Mighty Blow. So it's watch out, Jennifer.
Yeah, and imagine you'll see him flying around, just trying to remove all the skinks. Maybe blitz every turn if he's got a shot. Well, I'll let you pick first. You got Jennifer on one side, and then you've got tackle on the other side.
Yeah, tackle and a whole bunch of Jennifer on one side and a whole bunch of underdeveloped sources.
Yeah.
But 2 of them would block Mighty Blow. That's pretty big. I think I'm gonna go with Larkstar and the Cold-Blooded X's.
I think it makes sense. I'm going the other way, partially out of my own biases, but also because I think orcs are generally a good matchup.
Yep. Orcs are a tough matchup for lizards, so it's gonna have to be careful. But
yeah, you got enough strength 4 to deal with them. Any this next games to think about here? I'm just gonna peek real quick.
nah.
Nope, they're all there.
The block advantage for the orcs is gonna be a big deal. But
Yeah, you got block on 3 of the black orcs and a guard, 3 guard altogether. I think that's going to make for a pretty tough match. Really, if Jennifer can stay safe... Oh, that's right, he's got plus strength on Lee Orc Neeson. So he actually has 5 4-strength pieces. So yeah, I'm good with that. I'll stick with my orcs, my orc boys. And sorry again for screwing up your name. It was totally unintentional. I said it like 3 times back in the when we were looking at the scoreboard, so that's my fault. All right. Next we move on. Yeah. Go ahead.
no, next up we got Eyes and Mike's Great Cold Ones versus Reasonably Greedy.
Oh boy. This I think this is going to continue to be rough for Vort.
Yeah.
I hate to take the easy pick here. And of course with the Hail Mary Bomber and a bunch of fragile boys, maybe you can pull some magic out, but I think it's a very good Norse team with a lot of block, and there's not going to be a lot the goblins can do about it.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be tough, but to keep your Bombardier and your Fanatic and your Looney alive, and I think I would consider that a win.
Yeah, and you're going to have some chances with the chainsaw guy in this game to do some real damage.
That's true. Yeah.
This is chainsaw guys against Norse, kind of run wild. If you can keep them standing up, of course, which is not easy to do against Norse. If Mike's aggressive, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right.
And next up we got Comrade. Well, Mainland Creepers getting a bye week. Good for them.
Yeah, way to go.
And then
Well earned.
Comrade, where art thou versus Sugar and Spite?
Yeah. Man, they're hurt. They're hurt. These old comrades.
Yeah.
And Sugar and Spite feels like they're starting to hit their stride here as a late addition. I think I'll go with the Delphs on this one. It's an interesting matchup. I don't know how many times I've ever seen Kislev playing Dark Elves. In our side league, which has Kislev, a pretty good Kislev team, we never have Dark Elves, so I never get to see how they play against each other. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we will. I can imagine be a fair amount of frenzy blitzes for serfs.
Oh, with the Witch Elf, yeah, and he's got at least one of them, if I remember correctly.
He's got 2.
Yeah, he's got both. Which is going to be a little bit tough. Both fragile. No, Dark Elves aren't even that fragile. They're solid armor 8 other than the Witch Elves. Yeah. Yeah, I'll stick with the Delphs. How about you?
All right. I also am gonna pick the Delphs, Sugar and Spite. I think this is gonna be tough for J-Town Oki to build his team back up, but you do it. It's just maybe not in a way that will be conducive to racking up W's.
Well, the whole population of Johannestown, Oklahoma is rooting for you, comrade. You can do it.
All right. Next up, we got the Flippin' Dead versus Mesozoic Mighty Men.
Yeah. And Flippin' Dead is Necro, right?
Yep.
And the Mesozoic Mighty Men are lizards, and therefore armor 9. This is a tough one. I'm just gonna peek at the leaderboard real quick. Flippin' Dead took that concede loss, otherwise they might have been a little bit higher. Mesozoic Mighty Men, coached by Kakengrad, doing pretty good. 3-1-1. I don't know, where are you going with this one?
I think I'm gonna go with the Mighty Men.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got 2 skink levels pending, and 1 block Saurus. But he does have all of his Sauruses back.
That's right, he was kind of perpetually down 1, right?
Yeah, down 2 at one point.
And then, yeah, what you got? Block Dodge Wolf, block on both
Take
the
it back.
golems, tackle on the white. I think I'm going to take the Flippin' Dead and Hindi, yeah.
Take it back. I forgot the Claw on the Wolves with block versus no block sources.
Yeah.
As long as he can set up the assists, he's going to have a lot of sources he can remove.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. So we'll call it a Flippin' Dead pick roundly this week.
Yeah, and a bunch of loner skinks he's going to have. And Hindy's got Joseph the Punisher with his tackle. It's made for this game.
It's true. He's pretty well built for it. All right. And I think that does it for this week and the Amazing A's. It's been a pleasure as always, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And I think without further ado, that will take us on to Division 8.
Yeah. The 8s.
The Great Eights.
Amazing 8s.
The Amazing Eights.
It works both ways.
It does kind of work. But my title card says a Great Eight, so I'm sticking with it.
Yeah. I agree, but I can never remember which one it is.
All right, wait. Day 5. Oh, okay. They have not rolled yet in Division 8, which is convenient. Because I don't have to click back and forth all the time. But we can start jumping into the scoreboard.
Flashing lights, flashing lights, flashing lights.
All right, so who you want to lead off with?
Take a look at the Bad QB squad versus Mounted Tetons. 2-0 win for the Tetons.
And an 0-2 loss for the Bad QB squad.
Yeah.
Continuing their rough season.
Yeah.
Nice MVP here for Big D Bruise Elbow. I mean, MVP on a Black Orc
big.
is never not
Big on a
welcome.
Black Orc. Yeah.
Always, always, always. And this is in fact the actual Brian, not Orcsploitation Cinema. Sorry about
Imitation
that.
Brian.
Yeah. And he's continuing a reasonably nice season here. Looking at the stats, you can see why. Held on to the ball 75% of the time. Was taking away the drive from Bad QB squad to get that 2-0. 50 blocks, which is more than you want to take as Underworld against Orcs for sure.
Yeah.
239, which is actually pretty good blocking for the Underworld, but you still probably don't want that many. Bad QB squad continues their amazing trajectory of passing. One of the most prolific passing teams in all of Rebel. But it didn't do much for him this time. 2 KOs, 1 injury inflicted versus 6 and 3. But nothing that stuck for either team. Not even any Miss X games.
No lasting Kaz. And we got a level on each team. Thrower for the Bad QB squad and a blitzer for the Tetons.
Yeah, and that is, for the Tetons, that is a block, tackle, mighty blow blitzer. So you know what comes next? Piling on. So he's got his killer, unless he rolled something special.
See if he took it. Which one is it? Pixie Not So Sweet.
Pixie not so sweet.
Took? Would you guess? Take a guess. What did he take?
Did I jump up?
No, he took guard.
Really? On a tackle mighty blow piece?
Yeah, I don't get it.
He's mixing it up.
He does have 4 tackle mighty blow pieces, so I guess he's not special.
Oh, he
In
needs.
his
He's
having-
running out of guard needs. Yeah.
Well, he has, yeah. This was his 3rd guard piece. And he's got a plus strength mighty blow tackle piece, a dauntless shadowing mighty blow tackle piece, and a blod sure hands mighty blow tackle piece. So this could be his guard mighty blow tackle piece. Good for him.
Yeah.
That's
Good for you.
crazy.
And that's a pretty nice level too for Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles the 3rd.
Yeah.
Well, you need any levels you can get on these rats on that underworld team, and he's caught in this perpetual rebuild of his key
Poor
players.
Blake Bortles.
Well, yeah,
This one. Poor guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he gets the AFC Championship and still isn't respected as a legitimate quarterback. Almost beat the
Gets all
Patriots.
his receivers traded away.
That's right. We almost. I thought we were going to get Alan Hearns. I was very excited about it, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
So we'll see a new Blake Bortles this year, and hopefully he's just as successful as Blake Bortles III, getting that level. Any other notable things? Yeah, obviously the ball possession is really what jumps out at me. SPP wise, pretty good. Pretty good for the Tetons. Pretty not so good for Bad QB squad. Those 2 passes, a hurt, and an MVP. And yeah, the suffering continues, and the joy continues for both of these teams.
I saw in Larkstar made a rel report, I forget what it's called, and Bad QB Squad made a cameo as a team with the most deaths.
He did.
So,
Yeah.
top of the charts.
Top of the charts, Ma.
Just not the charts you want.
Also, let's give a shout out to, and maybe we'll throw a link even in the YouTube thing. They gave us a nice little plug in there for the punching annex, saying, if you are alive, you must have already seen the interview with Ornan, because I think it was in their interview with Ornan. And then he even picked me against LeGland Blue this week.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
It didn't work out. It did not work out at all. But it was nice. It was nice to get a little love. So you know, everybody check out, what's it called again? Yeah, so check out the Rel Roundup. It's a nice little publication. It's his first year running, and they're doing a great job. It's a fun read. All right. What we got next?
Next up, we got 1-1 tie between Fallen Wonders and Frozen Dead North.
Which is not a Norse team. It is a Necro team. Versus Arzans. And look at this catcher. 3 points away from level 5. Andromachi Star Reader.
Wow.
Yeah. Nothing, no...
Andrew, you know
You know
some
what that
of
is?
the Amazon default names are the best. I love Angel Matchy.
Yeah, there are some good ones. It's good enough to make you wonder if they're custom names or not.
These are default names.
But Kristen Croaked over here on the other side is not the default name. Dirty player. One really good foul away from level. One foul of a guy standing up away from level.
He's a little niggled, but
Yeah, but he's a zombie. Who cares? In fact, you probably want him niggled so as he bloats, it gets rid of him quicker. Right? As a Necro coach, you want niggles on all your zombies, right?
No, because then they get removed easier. You want them to take hits and get back up.
Ah, I don't buy it. This is another game where no one was holding the ball. Everyone was just perfectly happy to leave it on the ground.
It's so silly.
And a big block game, almost 100 blocks across the game, 50 to 45. Slight edge to the Amazons. And an injury apiece. Really very similar hitting game for both teams. Look at that. 4 KOs to 5 KOs and an injury, and that's it. But the Frozen Dead North had a little bit more ball possession, a lot more running, similar passing numbers, very similar games. So I guess this is a good 1-1 tie.
Yeah.
Both teams performed very similarly. Yeah, similar SPP spreads. That's 11 and 10. Right down to the wire this game.
Yeah.
So yeah, good game. I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about here?
No, nothing really to talk about. There's basically a mirror match in stats.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, the Necro got a little bit better on the armor breaks. That's probably the only major stat differential here. But it didn't really translate into much. I think 1 more KO for 5 more armor breaks.
Alright, let's take a look at the next game. Castlevania Creeps wins 1-0 over Draenar's Dead Wrestler Society.
Yeah, and Skink stealing, unleveled Skink, Dave Boy Smith.
Yeah.
Stealing the MVP.
Look at that Vamp MVP though. That's nice.
Yeah, and Incubus. An incredible band. I'm just kidding, Incubus is fucking terrible. But this vampire's pretty good.
Yeah.
Blodge Passer.
Yep. Pass.
And as I remember, he's building his vampires very evenly across this team.
Yeah.
Castlevania Creeps with the moon football coming up behind the castle. Oh no, that was the other vamp team. This one's a little more diverse because he's got that move. He's got Browner, the move guy, and he's got the Mighty Blow, Blodge piece.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to jump off topic there. I'm always curious about vamp builds. Make sure I got the right vamp team in my head since we've covered, what, like 7 of them over the last 2 years?
Quite a few.
The numbers tell a very different tale, though.
Yeah, take a look at the stats and tell me what stands out.
More than double the blocks.
Yeah.
For the Dead Wrestlers, they were just getting the pounds in. Man, I don't know when I've had a 65 block game.
But look at those armor breaks.
Oof. 65 blocks, 9 armor breaks versus 10 armor breaks off of 30, a shade under 30 blocks. And better removal numbers.
Yeah, so the Vamps ate all those blocks and still out-removed the Orcs.
With thralls.
Did it with thralls, yeah.
Yeah.
And AV busted his king.
Yeah, that's something else. And hardly any ball possession, but I guess enough to get that score. 64 yards rushing to 56. I guess they bogged... I guess the Dead Wrestlers just lined up and tried to punch their way through, and the Vamps just never died.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Light SPP game, horrible for Dead Wrestlers. Totally demoralizing. Only 5 points, all going to a fresh skink. Not great for the Castlevania Creeps, 10 points overall. But Browner pulling that touchdown down with that move. And then that one hurt for Eric Lecard. But that's a lot of points going straight to the Vamps and not to the Thralls, which is at least pretty good distro, or what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something else. It's not often that you almost 3 times their blocks and got nothing to show for it.
Lose on removals, yeah.
Yeah.
Or break.
Lose on everything. You lost the game. You got a bad MVP placement.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes this is what happens, Draenor. Hang in there.
Alright.
Alright.
Moving on. We're looking at a 1-1 tie between Rogues Gallery and Thunderstrike.
Which has not yet been validated.
Hopefully this sticks up.
It looks like a pretty complete game. You got 47 blocks of 56. Yeah, this looks like a
Bullshit.
full game.
On each side, everybody's found.
Well, this is the Chorf off. All these Chorfy guys. Wolf Ramajacks and his Thunder Strikes running into Mr. J and his Rogues Galleries, and again, it's pretty even. There's better removals. I guess that's the one difference. Let's look at the breaks. Yeah, so Thunderstrike was getting the breaks. 11 to 5.
Removals.
Maybe one of those. Let's take a look at sustained. 2 sustained. So one of those fouls got someone removed, or there's a very unlucky dodge. Yeah. But yeah, pretty even game, pretty even result. A little bit better SPP day for Thunderstrike. Yeah, 2 points better. So 12 to 10. Nothing to write home about, but nothing too bad. But yeah, this Chorfs all stand in the middle, punching each other, and then no one died.
Yeah.
So the world is no better off for it.
Yeah.
All these dwarfs still living, eating their mustaches.
Mustache goes on your lip, boys, not in your mouth.
Mustache goes on your lip. Don't be a dip. And who we got next?
Next up, we got 2-0 win for Respectable Gents over Siberian Hopscotch Mafia.
Hey!
Chaos Time, coach of the Gents, joined us midway through last season.
Had a real rough run,
Yep.
but this is a nice game for him. This is what he's been waiting for. Alistair Conchwell getting that MVP. That's a nice MVP on a good piece. Is that a niggle on him? It is double niggled. There's a
Right.
double niggled Chaos
He had
Warrior.
that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. Double niggled picks up MVP. You're gonna lose him when you least want it.
Yeah, I guess you just take Claw and ride the snake as hard as you can. Just keep
Yeah.
him based up on everybody until he explodes. Bloaty lineman stealing the MVP over on the other side for the Mafia. This is not what you want, but I mean he's a pretty good lineman at this point. Relatively pillow handsy, despite the strong Chaos win. You'd expect to see more removals with a 2-0 Chaos win. 3 passes, 3 catches
Wow.
for the Moffs. That's my new nickname for them, the Moffs. Dishing out 1 injury. Any more oh yeah, a lot more sustained. So maybe those are some failed leaps, maybe some failed dodges, maybe some fouls, maybe some rocks. Who knows?
Yeah. Only permanents are missed next games on the catcher and lineman, so
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
no, it's not too bad. I mean, it's I guess catchers are reasonably important, but feels like Kislev are playing down players most of the time, so I guess you're kind of used to it. In this case, couldn't get the ball, or couldn't hold the ball. Yeah, 62% for the Gents. So I'm guessing that's a takeaway. They managed to get the ball loose from them and hold on to it and score. 55 blocks. Chaos is going to beat Kislev most of the time when you got 55, 45, 100 block game. And 110 yards rushing. So they took the ball away deep and ran it all the way back.
Yeah, big run yards.
So yeah, good, pretty even SPP day for both. Slightly better for the Gents.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got to be pretty happy with this result. I know they've had a rough run getting up to this point. So a 2-0 victory, you don't get them all that often when you're struggling. So they feel good. Feel good in your heart. All right. Oh, and that does it. That's it for the scores.
Yeah.
Which I guess takes us on to Spotlights.
Spotlights.
Hey, baby, kom me zien, laat me je zeggen wat ik heb. Hey, ik heb mijn broek laag, vet laag, yep, iedereen roept. Hey, hey, stop.
All right. So who are we looking at this week?
We have Mount the Tetons.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Start with them. Not the Tetons. Coached by Brian 506. Not that other guy.
The one and only.
Yeah. And we talked about this a little bit in the covering the score, but look at all that mighty blow tackle block.
Yeah.
On those blitzers, and then he got rewarded with plus strength. I don't think I remember him having that in the beginning of the season, but he might have.
I think he got it relatively early in the season, but he hasn't progressed much because I remember making either that or I just really liked the name Foggy Harbor Sunk.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I do remember this player. Getting block on him is fantastic. So that gives him 5 4 strength pieces across the board. So who even cares about I Puke Pie Eater? Except that he's got block.
Yeah.
He got block guard troll, which is the dream. God, I want a block troll so bad on my team. Take all that bloat happily for a block guard troll. So yeah, that's a huge piece. I Puke Pie Eater. Is that a stock name?
I feel like not, based on the rest of this team.
So I Puke seems to always be one of those kind of troll names. You know, Fart Vomit or whatever. They always got names like that. Before we get to the relatively fantastic lineup of blitzers here, let's talk about these Black Orcs real quick.
Yeah.
It's your second season.
Little light on SP.
And I'm assuming some of these are death replacements or whatnot, but man, you gotta start handing off. Especially when you're in comfortable wins, you need to start handing off to Kaz Eat Burn 2 and Argos Eat Nub. Because you need to get block across these guys. Especially as other teams start really catching up to you in terms of team value. You're sitting here at 1720, so you're probably giving inducements away every so often, if not most of the time. And you need your black orcs stand up to some punishment. Very nice on Gnome Tear Liver though with the black guard. He's pretty much set for life. You get Mighty Blow on him later, and you got the trifecta. I would say Big Bruised Elbow. That should be a Mighty Blow guy right off the jump. Unless you're feeling the squeeze on the guard, but you got 3 already. It's not terrible. I think 4 or 5 is where you'll start feeling really good. But how about these blitzes?
Yeah, I was gonna say the 3 guard is a little low for an orc team, especially when one of them's a blitzer that you don't want to leave based up too much because he's pretty valuable.
He's not that valuable. Pixie not so sweet. He doesn't do anything unique that all of the other blitzers don't already do. So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe you want dodge on him. In fact, maybe the thing, the Mighty Blow he took on Marble Pine Ripper, that would have been better as a guard piece. But he uses him for a carrier.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, the safe hands Blodge guy.
Yeah. But look at him, he's got Blodge and Sure Hands. Tackle Mighty Blow then. Yeah, I guess I would have taken guard on him. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough when you're a no-thrower build. Because you have to dedicate one of your blitzers to being a carrier. And then it gets a little tough to think of, like, if you're not getting doubles, what are those next skills after you get Blodge, Sure Hands? And he went to Kill Route, which doesn't hurt. Gives him some meanness. But with these Black Orcs kind of underperforming, it puts a lot of pressure on these blitzers, and you can see this is where all the points on this team are going. And of course, I Puke Pie Eater, who he must hit with pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Isogel Slobber. What you say? That's Imogen Heat is the name of that band.
Oh.
With the shadowing. I love this piece.
Yeah.
I love this piece. It's a little weird, but it's awesome.
Don't listen shadowing. I guess I don't really see how those
I don't know.
one follows the other, but
It looks fun though. And with the shadowing, you can bring him in for big hits on the big guys and get them all tangled up, and then maybe the shadowing helps you get back away. So you can pick your next hit, pick your blitz.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't help you get away, does it? Unless the other guy dodges away in a direction that is beneficial for you getting out of trouble.
Well, he's always going to be dodging away from the pile, right? So then you go with him. And you go out into the open.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I can't even imagine what it's like to play with a shadowing Orc Blitzer. I hope to have one day.
Someday.
Someday. Need to get guard on my other Blitzer first, but we're getting there. And Foggy Harbor Sunk is a superstar in the making. Do you go piling on with this guy and go pure killer? Because strangely, he's kind of omitted his chances for pure killer with the other three.
I feel like I might make him into a 5th Black Orc and just get guard stand.
Just put guard on him.
Yeah.
So maybe that's more reason why Pixie Not So Sweet maybe wanted to take piling on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean this is a mean green team of blitzers. Gotta be pretty happy with them. And I think his record's pretty good. That's pretty orky. 10-4 and 9.
Overall, yeah.
I don't know how he's
then
doing
this
on the
season, he's
leaderboard.
2-1.
Yeah, so he's right up there nearly. He's in playoff contention.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I guess not too much else to say here. Does he have his enhancements and stuff? He does. He's got a sandwich shack. That's good. It's the last thing you want as orcs is rocks. Orcs are very vulnerable to rocks.
All that armor.
Well, they're made out of fungus, and everyone knows mushrooms' natural enemy in the wild is a rock. Grow much better out of soft soil and moistness. But yeah, no, it's a real nice team. The Blackworks still need work, but that's nothing new. We talked about that in the beginning of the season. But yeah, keep rocking.
Keep rocking. All right. Next team we got is the Fallen Wonders, coached by Fall Amazons.
Yeah, and these guys are right up near the top of the charts. Another contending team, if not Lee. I think they're second place in the division right now.
Sounds about right.
And they are looking good.
Yeah, second place. Yep.
Check these guys out. These gals out. They have just as much guard as that orc team. Right off the bat. Blitzers are very balanced.
Yeah.
But who you want to look at? Oh, and look at this. Look at the thrower.
Yeah, that's the all-star for this team, I think.
Yeah, really block, and you're 5 or 6 points away from block, and you're set.
Yeah.
Just to make her a little more survivable. Old granny. People love to pick the granny head on the throwers.
For
Amazons.
Yep. It's good. All of them are good.
Yeah, they are good heads. It's well-made art team.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thrower is fantastic. That's a star.
Yeah, for sure. Block guard, block tackle, guard blitzer is helpful on this team. I don't have too many other guys that can do that.
Yeah, well, I guess it's basically the killer. This must be a replacement. Let's take a look at Okipus Polmusa. Yeah, one match. So this is a replacement blitzer for a death or a firing. Again, the 3 guard across is pretty nice, but you do want to start diversifying their skills a little bit. Nice catcher.
I'm very happy just taking guard on all 4 of the blitzers for skill. You really need it. Yeah.
I mean, he is getting block across the catchers, and they are 3 strength catchers, unlike humans for some reason. That's still amazing to me that Amazons have stronger catchers than a regular human team, and all the elves.
Yeah. Strong women. Strong, independent women.
Andromachi Star Reader, we were looking at before. She picked up that sidestep. Oh, no, she didn't. She's just 3 points away. That's what it is. Got the MVP.
Yeah.
But that's an easy 3 points with the catcher. Diving catch, which I've never used. I've never had a piece with diving catch, so I don't even fully understand how it works. If it lands in an adjacent thing, and then you add 1 to a catch roll. Huh, okay.
Yeah, it helps them make helps to make them better catches.
Just like even for regular catches, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a really nice catcher. It's blodge, so it's hard to put down. You need to roll POW to get her on the ground, or have a wrestle piece handy, or tackle piece. Sidestep. Give you those positions. Not much in the way. Not much in the way of a ball stripper or a ball popper in here. You got wrestle on a couple of the line women.
Yeah, some on the way.
What's this? Oh, that's a hurt. That's a armor busted line woman. Dirty player block. I almost say you just burn that down. What do you think?
Went to next week light.
Yeah, just because it's a lot of SPP. And it's not that much. It's only 90, but it's a fair bit of team value. It's gonna die pretty soon, or at least get hurt a lot, get broken a lot. It is your dirty player piece, though.
Yeah, I would say.
I guess replace the dirty player on one of these other, once one of these other linemen, get that level, and you can replace the dirty player. Maybe consider burning it down.
Yeah, I'd say think about it for another week. You can. But fall does have Squeak Sandwich Kiosk, which is great. But also level 3 stadium. So he's got the extra tier seats. So many seats.
Playing in an orc stadium like a good coach. Human cheerleaders. I would have done dwarf cheerleaders with the Amazon team, I think.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do dwarf cheerleaders for everybody though. So who am I?
Well, if you're a team of girls, you want like some handsome boys cheering you on, right? That's the dynamic. What else you got? Yeah, so you got these 2 wrestle line women. You got Kick, which is fantastic. And you got Bardita Marpisa. And she is your little black orc here. Your little, very flimsy black orc.
Yeah,
a lot of
87,
movement.
but
I guess she's more of a Crocs with great agility. No, I don't know. There's really nothing. Not Crocs, Source. Yeah, there's not much to compare this to.
Warrior.
Yeah, Chaos Warrior with a move up. Yeah, move busted. Yeah, so not much to compare this to. It's a neat piece. You need to get block on it quick.
Yeah, help with survivability.
And then I don't know.
Want to get block and guard.
Right. Yeah. Then you get your
but guard
potentially 5th guard
is on
piece.
Doubles. So there's not. You get block. You get tackle. You get frenzy. Frenzy might be a good thing to take. Block frenzy.
Yeah, because she can
tackle.
She can frenzy pieces around pretty nice, like an Ulfwarner almost. That's what she is. She's an armor busted Ulfwarner.
Let's agi up.
But yeah, it's a nice piece. It's a little tricky to use in the short term, but I mean, it's always nice to have 4 strength to throw around.
Yeah.
But this is a real good team, and Fall is a real good coach.
Yeah. Yeah, started off 3-0 with these Amazons. And now it's 3-1-1, but second place, it's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Really only backed by a draw. The Castlevania Creeps remaining undefeated. And that would be the difference. Who did they lose to? They had their tie this week. So last week they must have lost to Thunderstrike.
Yeah.
Wolfram and Jax.
You should watch him and I talk about that game last week. It was a bloody ordeal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she's all relatively healed up at this point. We got maybe the move bust happened there on the Splitzer, and then the dirty play. This armor bust happened this week.
Let me click back and look at it real quick. He had 8 injuries inflicted, 4 KOs, 31 blocks with 22 armor breaks on her. So.
Yeah, chores are kind of a nightmare for Amazon.
But actually, less blocks. Like the Amazons outblocked the chores, but those injuries were. The 8 injuries, 1 kill, 4 KOs on 31 blocks. Got 22 armor breaks.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's a lot.
All right. Anything else you want to point out with these guys?
No, I think that's it. I'm excited to see how this team develops.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch Zons. They're a fun team, especially as they're kind of their early, season 1 edge begins to fade away, and you watch them have to compete with more developed teams.
Yeah,
it's fun. They're fun to check out. All right, so I guess without further ado, that will take us on to some picks.
They took a L, but you're not a bounce back, boy. I've been broke as hell, catch the check and bounce back. D-Town LAX, every week I bounce back. If you a real one, then you know how to bounce back.
All right.
so excited for picks.
Pick your nose, pick some games, pick your butt.
We got starting off these Castlevania Creeps versus the Bad QB Squad. Got some good old vampires.
Yeah, it's a nice LE matchup. Vamps and Underworld. Who you got?
I think I got these vampires.
Yeah.
Guys seem pretty good.
Well, this is number 1 versus number 10.
Yeah, and Bad QB Squad had a rough season, so.
They have. I'm gonna pick the shocker. I'm gonna say Bad QB Squad unleashes all their angst and the spirits of their dead players haunt the Castlevania Creeps in Castlevania Town. Oh no, they're playing in Bad QB Squad Town.
What was his name?
Oh, Dark Jacoby Brissett, the one that died.
Jacoby Brissett died. And he picked up his replacement blitzer. What do you think he named him?
Dark Geno Smith.
Terrell Pryor.
Nice.
Good one.
It is a good one. I mean, there's a lot of bad quarterbacks out there that he can draw from.
The talent pool for this name and gimmick is tremendous.
Yeah, where's Brandon Whedon? Let's get some Brandon Whedon in there. Who's the one that the Dolphins just signed? Oh, Brock Osweiler. You can get him in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll pick the big upset this week. Massive upset. Number 10 versus number 1.
Yeah.
All right, who we got next?
All right, next up we got Frozen Dead North versus Thunderstrike with Ramen Jacks and D Sharp.
Yeah, this is I think I'm going with Wolf Ramajacks and his Quiet Mike. Frozen Dead North will never hear him coming. So he'll sneak right up on him, and then he'll just tackle living shit out of his ghouls. But yeah, no, I just think Wolfram's off to a real good start here, and so I like him. I like him in this matchup. I also feel like Chaucer tough team for Necro in a few different ways.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Usually, but
you like playing him? Like, because it feels like the speed advantage isn't as pronounced with the Bulls.
yeah, but you have your Speed Claw Frenzy can really put them into a bind, and you have lots of zombies to throw on these blockers that, if they have Claw, it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
But Wolfram Jax has a lot of piling on. He's got 1, 2.
A lot.
Actually, no, he's just got 2. But that's quite a bit for at this point.
It is.
Which actually helps. Oh boy, piling on blockers is a little tricky, because once they go down, they never get up. Makes you generally a slower team.
Right.
Because you basically can just get up and move one space after you pile on.
Hey, you just need to get that jump up.
Yeah. But all that speed on the Frozen Dead North, I think I'm going to take the Necro.
All right, keeping it split. And that takes us down to the Mount of Tetons and the Siberian Hopscotch Mafia. What are you thinking here? It's a lot of tackle.
Yeah, not a lot of dodge on the Kislev, though. They're not a dodgy team because they just jump.
Right.
Jump over your tackle.
It's true.
I kind of like the Kislev in this.
I'm curious why. I feel like Kislev is not a good matchup against orcs. Like the orc cage is tough enough to break that.
You could just jump into the damn cage with anybody on your team.
Yeah, you can.
And you don't have enough guard on the orcs to really, so you can easily negate all the corners for their assists. And you got a guy that can leap in and give guard, and then you have another guy that can leap in and wrestle the ball down. And he's got a 4 agility wrestle guy. He's got a diving tackle wrestle guy.
I mean, he has enough guard to negate that.
But
He has 2
on
pieces.
placement,
Yeah, he'd
depending on
have to
placement.
dedicate them to the cage,
Yeah.
which
And also,
kind of stinks.
the Kislev have a couple guard pieces themselves that would be pretty useful for that.
Right,
He
if
only
they can
has
press in or
3
something like
guard. Yeah.
that. That's
on the
true.
orc, so they're even. Guard even.
Alright, so you taking the Russians?
Taking the Russians.
I'm taking the nice boys from Chicago. I think I don't know. Just from my experience playing Kislev, I don't feel like they match up all that well. I agree, you're right. It's not a great guard situation for the orcs, but man, they should be able to chew through these Russians reasonably effectively with all that mighty blow tackle. Even though, despite the lack of dodge comparatively, I think they should be able to get removals, and then it gets a lot easier. Maybe even enough to get some touchdowns on those Black Orcs. All right.
Next up, we got Fallen Wonders versus Respectable Gents.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go the opposite way of what I did with the Bad QB squad here. Respectable Gents got their karmic release. Got that nice 2-0 victory, and now they're going to run into a very slippery Amazon team that can move the ball really well.
Yep.
And I think, how
Gents
much tackle do they have?
1 tackle piece, and it's a goat with just tackle.
Right. So yeah, that's not going to help very much. And then if I was the Zons, I would really target that goat and just get it out of there, and then make them roll POWs for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Does he have any wrestle pieces? Or yeah, wrestle pieces.
Nope.
No. So yeah, I think this is I'm going with the girls on this one.
Yeah.
The
Me
Golden
too.
Girls. Especially, I think that thrower could basically get this game put away or get another level put away if she wants to just start throwing the ball around. So yeah, ladies over gents. Get it? It's like ladies and gentlemen's. All right.
It's not the Fallen Ladies, but they're ladies, I guess that work.
Yeah.
All right. Last game is Dead Wrestler Society versus Rouge's Gallery.
It's a blast from the past.
Yeah, it's all rematch.
Season 6 coming back to me now.
Season 7.
Wait, is it season 8?
Season 8.
Oh, okay. Season 7 coming back to me now. That's right. We started in season 6. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know who you got here.
So Rouge's Gallery's really starting to pick up a bunch of claw pieces. Got 3 now.
Yeah.
3 claw blockers. And a fair amount of guard. So claw is fucking scary for lizards. But this lizard team is really, really good. I think I'm going to take Draenor in the Wrestler Society. He's got enough guard and strength to be able to hold up. And he's got Mr. Perfect.
He has a lot of block. Yeah, I haven't looked at these guys in a while.
Yeah.
They've filled out real
Really-
nicely.
Really solid, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect is his Jennifer. Man, Eddie Guerrero's still alive. That's amazing to me. I feel like I've seen Eddie Guerrero die twice.
Yeah, I think it was like his first leveled skink and got diving tackle.
Yeah. Well, he gets hit because he's
I
a
think
diving
we were-
tackle piece. He gets hit all the time.
Yeah, we were confused by it back then, and he still has them.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the stand firm guard Crocs. He's got 4 guard across the board. which is a lot considering there's how many? That's 7 strength 4 better pieces. Block on all but one of the Sauruses, and he's a strength 5 Saurus anyway. Road Warrior Hawk, who
Yeah.
he's, as you can see, he wisely took Mighty Blow once he finally got that level, since he's been strength 5 since the beginning of last season. Yeah, so I think it's hard to say, because if the claw does its thing, this could turn real fast on Draenor.
Yeah, but he's got all the claws on his blockers who are 3 strength, so he's gotta have to set up carefully with his guard to get the hits where he wants them.
Yeah, I think the
Not like
strength
he's gonna
advantage.
Blitz some out of position guy from across the field.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna go with Draenor in this one too. Our first synced pick of this. So I don't know. We both picked Fallen Wonders. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
But yeah, so it looks like that does it for the grade 8s. And for the week, for week 5, that's another one in the books.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So hey, thank you guys for bearing with us with the absence last week. Thank you, Jimmy, for soldiering on without me.
Hey, no problem.
And naturally, keep the tips coming. Keep all the good information flowing away. Let us know what's going on. It's always helpful. And yeah, just the tips. And don't put the whole thing in, because then we get pregnant. And then we'll get back to getting more of the games watched this week. Now that I'm kind of back in town, I'll try to make sure I watch at least 2 in each division. And we'll get back into the flow of things, just like this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado, go fuck yourselves.
Oh.
That's not very
so
nice. That's not very nice. I shouldn't say that. Let's say,
fans with respect.
Without further ado, keep being beautiful, wonderful people that we love to cover and watch every single week. And we'll keep covering and watching you and talking about your punches.
Yeah.
Bunches, oh punches.
Punches.
All right. Later, peeps.
See ya.
Bloop.
I thought of a great name for a player. Burrito Mussolini.
But for what kind of team?
I'm gonna have to. I'll make it fit.
Burrito Mussolini. Mussolini was Italian. There's no Italian team.
No, but I was thinking we have like a food dictator name team.
Oh yeah.
Pol Pot Pie.
Pol Pot Pie. Burrito Mussolini.
We got a bunch of them. Benito Tortellini on because actually I already had a food dictator name team.
This is better though because it's not an Italian food. So Burrito Mussolini it flips it more on its side.
And I had Barack Plantain Obama. Vladimir Putin.
Poutine, yeah. Wait, what's the Canadian guy? Justin Trudeau. Justin Cookie Dough? Nah. Justin Soft Dough? Trudeau? I don't know. Vicente Locks? Come on.
I don't get that one.
It's Vicente Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks.
He's not a dictator, though.
Well, neither is Barack Obama.
No, you're right.
So it's more like world leaders.
Yeah. It started out as mostly dictators, and then I filled in with guys I had Kaiser Wilhelm.
Nice.
Margarine Thatcher. That's good. Anyway, I gotta go. Baby's going crazy, and my
Yeah.
he's getting fed up.
Totally,
All right.
man.